Don't wait, protect your data and unlock the internet. And enjoy peace of mind, all with ExpressVPN. And because you're watching this with me, the Cobra, 4-time World Champ Hall of Famer, you know the drill. I've got an exclusive deal just for you. Visit expressvpn.com/Frotch to get 4 months absolutely free. Right, now let's get back to today's episode.
So we've just witnessed the main event, which was Artur Beterbiev taking on Dmitry Bivol in the rematch for the undisputed light heavyweight, 175-pound light heavyweight titles. And what a fight it was. Very, very close. It was difficult to split these guys from round one right through until the final bell. We thought it was going to be close. We thought it was going to be tight, and it was. Both of these guys put it all on the line. Bivol lost the first one in a close, controversial match, and many thought Bivol did enough. I originally thought Bivol did enough when I watched it on the night, but watching it back, I thought Beterbiev finished stronger, landed the more eye-catching shots, so he deserved to get his hand held for the undisputed titles. Now, this was the rematch, and Bivol came into this fight knowing that he had to do more. He knew where he went wrong in the first one. He took his foot off the gas in the end, whether he was tired, whether he was fatigued, or whether he just thought he'd done enough to win, and it was close, and he just didn't want to take a gamble, didn't want to risk it against the monster puncher that Beterbiev is. So, you know, this one, he came in with a purpose. He came in like a man on a mission. He knew he had to finish strong. And to be honest, he didn't just finish strong, he started strong. The fight was close. It ebbed and flowed, and there was punches, big punches landing from both men all the way through. But my scorecard had it: Beterbiev 5 rounds, Bivol 6 rounds, with the first round even. So 6-5. So I had Bivol winning the fight, and he won the fight, and it was close, and there wasn't too many arguments. I mean, depending on what you like. See, this is the problem with subjective scoring in boxing. Beterbiev's landing heavy shots, big eye-catching shots that look like they're damaging. But to be honest, if you're only landing 1 or 2 of them throughout the round, and Bivol worked so consistently off his front foot, off his back foot, but putting the shots together, 5, 6, 7 punch combinations while he was under pressure and getting through the guard of Beterbiev, there was lots of rounds where you're saying, listen, Bivol won that round clearly. For me, there was clear rounds being won by Bivol. And Beterbiev, he won the tight rounds and the close rounds with 1 or 2 eye-catching punches. But Bivol, what he did this time that he didn't do the first time was he finished strong. He made sure round 10, 11 and 12 he finished. He was busy. He was under pressure as well. Beterbiev did come. Beterbiev tried to put the pressure on, and he did have success. He was landing big shots, but Bivol was too busy. The work rate was too high, and he was accurate. He was getting through the guard of Beterbiev, and he was landing shots. So for me, the right man really got his hand held. The right man won. He didn't complain after the first one. He said, I need to go back to the drawing board, get into the gym, and right this wrong. I wasn't busy enough. Maybe I took my foot off the gas at the end of the fight, which he did. Maybe I can do more. There was no complaining. There was no dummy out the pram. He just got back into the gym, got down to business. He came here and he set the record straight, and he put it right. And to go away and do that and put it right in the rematch against someone like Beterbiev, who punches monstrously hard, it was such a fantastic performance. And I'll be honest, I don't often sit on the edge of my seat watching a fight mesmerised. That's twice I've done this now, because these two guys are so good. Elite level amateurs, elite athletes, and the art of pugilism, the sweet science of boxing at its best. And, you know, to get a conclusive winner, I know some people at ringside had it tight, and some of the pundits on the broadcast had it close. But there's no complaints there. The right man won. Bivol deserved to win. He was busier. He was landing cleaner, more accurate shots. But the work rate for me was the reason he got his hand held high. It pushed him over the line. The busyness of the shots, the accuracy of the punches. And you can't write Beterbiev off. Listen, Beterbiev did well. He kept trying. But the marks on the face told the story. Bivol was only cut right in the last round. If it was a head clash or a punch, but he looked pretty fresh right up until the last couple of rounds, where Beterbiev looked like he was marking up and swelling up and reddened around the face. So the face has told a story, but we saw what we saw, and we saw Bivol do an absolute masterclass against Beterbiev, and he deserved to win, and he got his hand held high. The right man won. No arguments, and what a treat for the boxing fans. And the card, actually, we'll get into the card now, but it was a stacked card, and it was just a real exciting night of boxing. We should ask the question, really, what's next for both of these fighters? I mean, it's 1-1, one fight each. Beterbiev's 40 years old. Dmitry Bivol, slightly young. What is he, 34, 35 years old? So he's got a little bit more time left if he wants to continue at this level in the sport. I think Beterbiev at 40 years old hasn't got long left, so he's probably going to want the rematch. It's one fight apiece. Why not have a trilogy? Both fights were close. I mean, the rematch doesn't line up very well for me for Beterbiev because he got beat there, not conclusively or easily, but he was outboxed by the younger, fresher man, and the busier man, Bivol, I think can come back and be even busier and work as hard, if not harder, because he's a bit younger and a bit fresher. So I think we do need to see the rematch because it's 1-1. But for me, there's only one winner. And I'm not saying that Beterbiev can't go in there and beat Bivol in style and knock him out, because there's always that danger with a monstrous puncher like Beterbiev. But a rematch would be intriguing as the first two were. But I think we found out who the better pugilist is, because that's what they are. These are pugilists, and they perform the sweet science of boxing at such a high level. I think a rematch now will come down to wear and tear, age, miles on the clock, and I think Bivol will always have Beterbiev's number now. So the rematch, as good as it would be, I just think Bivol would take that victory. So let's have a look at the chief support. Martin Bakole against Joseph Parker in a fight where Bacole's stepped in last minute. Daniel Dubois pulled out of an illness. He fell ill on the build-up to the fight a couple of days before. Martin Bakole flew in from the Congo, 10-hour flight. He looked heavy as well. He wouldn't have been in the gym. He's not boxed since Gerard Anderson